Jason, TS Conductor, next generation advanced conductor. What are you up to?
This is a very exciting technology because it literally really represents the best material science has to offer today. That's why in the name T, we have the T there stands for materials technology. It simply integrates the most conductive aluminum with the best possible core material that is strong, lightweight, and has no thermal sagging.
Now, many folks won't be that familiar with, let's say, the cable technology. My understanding, we're using the same kind of technologies that have been around for like 100 years, and that's kind of the way we do things. So can I ask, what have you changed? What makes this different?
Maybe let me spend a few seconds talk about the evolution of conductor technology over the past 100 years. When ACSR emerged in 1908, we basically had hard aluminum with the best steel available 100 years ago.
Right.
And that conductor cannot go to high temperature for high ampacity because aluminum cannot go over 93 degrees centigrade, so we have limited capacity. Now, if you want more capacity, you need to solve that temperature problem.
Right.
So by about 1970s, we have ACSS conductor emerging, and the steel industry at the time was able to introduce a stronger steel. Now you can integrate higher strength steel with the annealed aluminum. This conductor can go to high temperature for high ampacity, but it's high sag.
Ah, okay.
The high sag now have to be addressed if you really wanted to manage the problems associated with high sag. This is how advanced conductor emerged using composite material that has lower thermal expansion. And this is where products like ACCR from 3M and ACCC from CDC came about in the late 1990s. That type of product did allow you to have high ampacity, low sag. However, they're also delicate, difficult to work with, easy to break, and has longevity concerns and expensive. This is where the TS Innovation comes in,
Right.
where we have a solution that we pre-tension the carbon core, and we have this aluminum encapsulation to preserve that pre-tension, which allows our conductor to have the robustness in the field to solve the delicate nature of the prior generation product. We also made the product fully compatible with traditional work practice, same tooling, same equipment, same methodology, same training as the ACSR technology. And lastly, we also designed out all the things that affects the longevity of the conductor. For example, we have the carbon composite insulated inside this aluminum protecting layer for life. And that's how the TS conductor was able to address all the issues associated with earlier generation advanced conductor.
Now, understanding what your technology does, the benefits of this I find fascinating. So if I have an existing transmission line, by deploying your technology there, what does that give me?
Yeah. On reconductoring, leveraging existing infrastructure, we can triple the line capacity. Imagine that on the same structure, you don't need a lot of permittings. If you are not modifying the structure, you can triple the line capacity. And when you are able to debottleneck that way, you now would be able to integrate all those renewables that are waiting to be connected. Now you will be able to also accelerate the pace of electrification of everything.
Because, as you say, I can use the existing structures. I don't have to add more height or build them out or whatever, so permitting or whatever. And the guys working on it, their certifications, their training, the insurance, whatever, that's all the same because it's the same tooling set.
Exactly. And I would add one more element about the cost. When we do new transmission lines,
Well, this, yeah.
normally it's 1 to 5% of the budget in conductor. As much as 30% is on structures, right?
All the towers.
So when you do reconductoring, you are really only fixing the 1 to 5% capex spend. And now you are getting 200% or 300% output.
Capacity.
That is the best bang for the buck. And if you do new lines, by the way, I mentioned about the new lines, with TS technology, you can span the towers a lot further apart. because you can save far more on the structures. You can make the overall project cost with TS lower than even the ACSR option. And we actually do more business with new transmission lines.
Because you're taking out a lot of the
Structures.
cost.
Yes,
And,
structures.
And the time to build them and the materials, so the sustainability impact, yada, yada, yada.
Yes, yes, and we also have a lineman shortage, by the way. I think there are going to be so many projects that have to be done. If we can make the projects involving less lineman work, like a fewer structures, fewer towers, or no retrofit on the structures, we're going to be better off as an industry.
Well, and as a society, because we're, as you say, we're just enabling electrification of a lot more things, because it solves a huge piece of the puzzle when it comes to certain issues around grid congestion, stranded assets, yada, yada. Wow, hey, good stuff, fascinating. Thank you very much.
Thank you.